The quote, absolute power corrupts absolutely, Latin, potentia absoluta corrumpit absolute, is often cited to describe the negative effects of unrestricted power on the morality and behavior of individuals. The core message of the quote is, power can corrupt. The more power someone has, the greater the risk of them abusing that power. Absolute power inevitably leads to corruption. There are several reasons why absolute power can corrupt. Power can free people from the control of others. When people have no control from others, they are more likely to pursue their own interests, even if these interests harm others. Power can give people a sense of superiority. When people have power, they often feel superior to others and believe they don't have to follow the rules. Power can isolate people from the negative consequences of their actions. When people have power, they are more likely to not be confronted with the negative consequences of their actions. There are many examples in history that support the thesis of corruption by absolute power. Roman emperors. Many Roman emperors, such as Caligula and Nero, became tyrants after gaining absolute power. 20th century dictators. Dictators like Adolf Hitler and Joseph Stalin used their absolute power to murder millions of people. However, there are also examples of people with great power acting responsibly. Nelson Mandela used his power to end apartheid in South Africa. Mother Teresa used her power to help the poor and sick. The question of whether absolute power always corrupts is complex, and there is no simple answer. However, it is important to be aware of the dangers of absolute power and take measures to prevent abuse of power. Some measures that can help prevent abuse of power. Separation of powers. Dividing power among different institutions and individuals can prevent one person or group from gaining too much power. Control mechanisms. Control mechanisms should be implemented to monitor and punish abuse of power. Transparency. Transparency can help uncover and prevent abuse of power. Education. It is important to educate people about the dangers of power abuse and teach them how to resist it. The fight against abuse of power is an ongoing task. It is important for all of us to advocate for the implementation of the above measures to prevent absolute power from corrupting